Okay, for today's video we have an eBay lot. This is one of the most fun or interesting lots I think I've ever purchased. It has a ton of variety. There are figures from CollectA, the Safari Ltd Carnegie Collection, Kaiyodo Dinotales, Schleich, and even a vintage in-the-box Jurassic Park item. So I'll give you all a little tease as to what you'll be seeing later in this video. I just think that this is a super awesome lot, and it's from one of the best sellers on eBay that I've purchased multiple things from, like this Safari Ltd Arsinoitherium and this Safari Ltd Carnegie Collection Cryolophosaurus. This seller just lists some great items that go for auction, and I specifically like it in these lots. I won these as the auction, and then they had a few other things listed. I asked for those items as well and ended up getting them, and that's exactly what this lot is. I bought one specific thing on an auction, and after I won the auction, I asked for a few other things they had listed, and we worked on a deal, and I ended up getting a great lot for a great price. Everything in this lot I got for around $55 with shipping and tax. So we'll just draw out randomly things, and then we'll talk about each of them. So we'll get the box out of the screen so you all don't have to, so we can just get the figures out of Zoom a little bit. Okay, well, first thing we drew out was the actual free thing. So this is a figure that's a little, yeah, these are so new that they're literally still in the plastic with like the tags and everything. So, and even like the cardboard thing. So this is the figure I got for free in the lot. This is the CollectA Asiatosaurus. Probably not the most accurate Cetiosaurus. But Cetiosaurus is a sauropod that just doesn't get many figures. In fact, this is my only Cetiosaurus I own. And I really can't think of many other Cetiosaurs. I can think of maybe one or two, but this is the only one that I've really seen recently. Besides, like, maybe the Invicta one, I think there was a Cetiosaurus in their line. But Cetiosaurus just really doesn't have a ton of figures. So I really wanted to get one, even though this one's not the most accurate, just for the lack of Cetiosaurus figures out. I really wanted to get one just for the genus. But yeah, so in the whole lot, everything outside of what I won the auction for, we decided on a price of $35, or it would have been $35, but I said I wanted to pass on the Cetiosaurus actually, and it would have been 30 plus shipping. 30 plus the price of the item that I won and shipping. But they ended up just throwing the Cetiosaurus in as well for free, which this seller has done that for me a lot of times since I've started buying these bigger lots. So super thankful for them doing that, because this was the figure I wanted. I just didn't want to pay the price, even though it was only $5. So I probably should have just asked for it anyways, but super glad they ended up throwing it in anyways. But yeah, love this figure, even though it is a little inaccurate. Next up, let's see what we have next up. But yeah, super happy to get that Cetiosaurus, like I said, because I just need a figure of the genus. Next, we have another CollectA figure. This is the CollectA Utahraptor. This is a figure I really do like, and I really wanted, for a while I wanted to get this one because I didn't have a Utahraptor, but I did recently get the older Safari Ltd one, actually from this same seller. But this one's probably more accurate because, you know, it has the feathers and stuff, and honestly probably was one of the more accurate Utahraptor figures in general until Safari Ltd released their newer one. It does stand awesome. But yeah, super happy with this little CollectA Utahraptor. It is very small though. Like, I know CollectA makes some small figures, but yeah, that's a tiny figure. But it probably is honestly the most accurate Utahraptor I have, just because, you know, it is feathered. But the new Safari Ltd one I think is the most accurate Utahraptor out right now. Next, let's see what we'll draw out next. Ooh, this is a cool one. This one's kind of like that Cetiosaurus, where it's super cool for the genus it is. So you can tell what it is already. This is the Schleich Brontosaurus. Note, I did say Brontosaurus. So I didn't get this figure just because of the genus, but the genus that it is a big reason why I did end up getting this figure. So this is based off Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus is a dinosaur, you know, a lot of older collectors vividly remember, but it's kind of gotten outdated. But now Brontosaurus is back as a valid genus. So there was a whole controversy among over Brontosaurus, but it's now considered a valid genus again. I might do a whole video just over the controversy of Brontosaurus, just because it's such a interesting thing of the whole deal, because Brontosaurus for a while was like one of the main dinosaurs, and then it ended up becoming a non-valid genus, so it kind of quit being used. But now that it's a valid genus again, companies started making figures again, like this Schleich one. And I don't really pick up a ton of Schleich figures, but I do occasionally pick some up that I really like that Schleich Majungasaurus and stuff. But this one I do really like, and I'm happy to get it. Not only because it's really cool just as far as the genus and everything, but I do genuinely like this figure. It does have some like kind of weird proportions, like the neck seems really wide at the base, but you know, I kind of like it actually. Happy with the Schleich Brontosaurus. Especially, like I said, with the whole genus controversy. I'm probably going to end up doing a video over that now that I think about it, because that is such a cool thing. Okay, now we've got a really cool thing. 2 little Kaiyodo Dinotales. So, these are my first Kaiyodo Dinotales, actually. I had recently bought this one that I said was the Furuta Kaiyodo Pachycephalosaurus. I don't know if this is actually a Kaiyodo figure. It's very similar to the Kaiyodo figures, but I know it's Furuta. But these are 100% Kaiyodo figures. These are the Kaiyodo Dinotales. And like being in the dinosaur collecting community, Kaiyodo is a brand or company that I've been familiar with for a while, but I've just never really picked up or seen any of their figures available since I live in the States. But whenever I finally got the opportunity to get some, I was super happy to get some, like I did in this lot. And it's funny, I went from not having one to now having 2. And these are 2 really cool ones. I definitely prefer one of the 2 more, which I'll go over because I am going to take these out of their plastic and stuff. But I really love both of these figures, so let's just get right into it. So first up, we have the Kaiyodo Dinotales Triceratops. This is the one that I think is an awesome looking figure, but it's the one that I was less excited for, I'll be honest. And this seller has listed a few different Kaiyodo Dinotales, but I've just not purchased them yet, but I was happy to finally get one now. So like I said, here is the Triceratops. Great little Triceratops, super little, like Safari Ltd tube size, but tiny, tiny little dude. And next we have another little Kaiyodo Dinotale, the T-Rex, and this is the one that I'm more excited for. I've seen this one up on like the Dino Toy Blogger stuff before, and I always thought it looked super good. This one you've got to build though. Okay. But I will say I love the colors on this one. It reminds me of something like a monitor lizard. Wow, yeah, this one looks awesome. Oh, wrong leg. Yes, wow, that figure looks awesome. That little Kaiyodo Rex. Like I said, it reminds me so much of like a monitor lizard or something. But wow, this little Kaiyodo Dinotale T-Rex looks amazing. And I know there's a few different color variants, and I think all of them look pretty good, but I definitely love this one. It reminds me so much of like a little monitor lizard. So happy to finally have a Kaiyodo Dinotales figure. Such a cool little line. And yeah, once again, so happy to finally have a Kaiyodo Dinotale, actually 2, but definitely I'm loving this little T-Rex. This T-Rex looks awesome. Definitely might pick up some more Kaiyodo Dinotales in the future after getting these 2 though. Okay, let's see what we've got next. Okay, yeah, this one's a really cool one as well. This is the Jurassic Park, The Lost World MicroVerse set. This is a super cool item. I think this might be one of the coolest things in the whole box, and honestly probably one of the coolest things in my whole collection. This was a thing that actually went on eBay that he listed, and it went on auction for like $8 on bid, and nobody even bid on it. So whenever I won the auction for the figure you all will see in just a little bit, I asked for this and I ended up getting it, and I honestly can't believe nobody bought this, because after looking on sold listings, this thing sells for way over. I think I ended up paying about $8 in the group, because they listed out how much the price of each thing would be individually, and they said this for $8 or whatever, and they said, or you can get it all for like $30 or whatever it was. But yeah, I ended up getting this. Can't believe I was able to get this. This is a super cool thing. Unfortunately, so this thing has never been unboxed, but the rubber bands in the thing have broken. But it's such a cool little set. So this was, like I said, I wasn't even that familiar with, but still super, super cool. And I really do think this is one of the coolest things. But it comes with a little mini Eddie car, one of the Parasaurolophus, the T-Rex. I specifically remember playing with the bigger version of this Rex at school, and then the Stegosaurus. 3 of the coolest dinosaurs in the Lost World. Such a cool little set, and this is one thing that I will be keeping in box because I just think that this is so, so cool. Okay, next up, I think we only have 2 things left, unfortunately, but I mean, so far this lot has been very awesome, I think. But it's 2 Carnegie figures, so definitely not ending on a bad note. Next, we have the Carnegie Baryonyx. This is a Carnegie figure that's not too hard to get. It's one that I personally really, really like. And I actually did just recently in a lot get the updated Safari Ltd Baryonyx, so we'll show it off compared to its older counterpart. So, like, if you don't know, the Carnegie Collection, so the Safari Ltd has, like, been kind of remaking all their old Carnegie figures after, like, usually, like, the Albertosaurus they remade, the Baryonyx they remade, like, the ones that were in the Carnegie line, but after the Carnegie line got retired, they just made an updated version of it, and that's kind of the case with this one. I actually really like both of these figures, but yeah, loving this Carnegie Baryonyx. This is one I've always liked as well, because I always had the tube figure, and I probably should have got one of the tube figures out. Maybe at the end of the video we'll show it off compared to the tube figure, but yeah, definitely love this figure, and love it compared to the updated Baryonyx. Okay, last up, this is the thing I really won the auction for, so I think this thing is super cool. This is the only thing that I've kind of already unwrapped, but just because I wanted to see it for sure. Okay, well, we'll just get it. Okay, here it is. It's the Carnegie Maiasaura with nest. So this is a super, super cool item. This is the one I won the auction for. So yeah, I think I ended up actually getting the auction for like 14 for the Maiasaura and the nest, which was super good. This thing with the nest usually runs, I think, for closer to 40. So to get it in auction for 14 was super happy, especially in the condition I got it with the nest. I think it was super awesome. So yeah, this was the adult Maiasaura with the 2 babies. You can find these listed individually, but to get them together is what I wanted to do. So I did that. And also there's 2 different variants of the nest. There's a version where the nest is all green, and then there's this one with brown with the green in the inside. I personally definitely prefer this one. I would like this one so much better. I think it looks more realistic with the, like, actually looking like dirt. So I love this pair, and I'm so glad to finally have it. And I actually do have the older Carnegie Maiasaura, the older one on the nest. So, you know, I can kind of form like a little mini like a diorama of Maiasaura with the 2 different nests. Even though this one, you know, there's a reason they remade it. And honestly, this one's not that bad, but you can definitely see why this one was the more popular of the 2. Or at least the updated one. But yeah, overall, super happy with all the figures in this lot. And while the Maiasaura was the thing I won the auction for, I was super happy with everything else I got in the lot. So yeah, we got the Carnegie Maiasaura, the Schleich Brontosaurus, the, let's get the other figures up, the Carnegie Baryonyx. So that was the 2 Carnegie figures I got. Trying to figure out what I grabbed and the CollectA Asiatosaurus, the CollectA Utahraptor, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So then we have the Kaiyodo Dinotales Triceratops and the Kaiyodo Dinotales T-Rex. And then we have the Jurassic Park MicroVerse set. So I'll kind of push some stuff up so we can get everything in the frame. But yeah, this was all that we got in this lot. I think this was a super cool lot. From everything in it, from the MicroVerse set to the Carnegie figures I needed to help complete that set. Actually, after getting this lot, I think I'm at 15 figures left in the whole set. So yeah, I think this was a super awesome lot. We got a ton of variety. We got CollectA figures, Safari figures, Carnegie, Kaiyodo Dinotales, Jurassic Park MicroVerse box sealed. And like I said, I don't even like have any sealed Jurassic Park stuff, so this thing's super awesome. Yeah, Carnegie, Schleich, CollectA, Kaiyodo Dinotales. My first ever, for sure, Kaiyodo Dinotales. And I think that Jurassic Park thing is so cool, especially for the price I got it. So yeah, that's think this was a great overall lot from everything in it, and I'm so glad that I was able to get this for the price I did, because all these were super cool things, and every single one was something I needed for my collection. Okay, I got 2 last little figures before I did the featured figures section. So I did get those little Safari Ltd Baryonyx. So here are the little 2 figures. So I actually have 2 of this specific one. But yeah, as you can tell, these are exact copies of this one. Really love these little guys, and so glad to finally have the larger one to pair with them. But yeah, so for the featured figures, so obviously we'll just go over everything that we showed off already in this video. So this is the Jurassic Park Lost World MicroVerse set. This is the Carnegie Maiasaura with nest. The CollectA Utahraptor, CollectA Asiatosaurus, Kaiyodo Dinotales, T-Rex and Triceratops, Schleich Brontosaurus, Safari Ltd Carnegie Collection Baryonyx. If I didn't mention, this is the CollectA Asiatosaurus, and now we'll go over all the other figures we mentioned throughout the video that we didn't get in this lot, though. The Puruta Pachycephalosaurus, the Safari Ltd 2 Baryonyx figures, the Safari Ltd Utahraptor, the Safari Ltd Arsinoitherium, the Safari Ltd Carnegie Collection Cryolophosaurus, the Safari Ltd updated Baryonyx, and the older Safari Ltd Carnegie Collection Maiasaura. So that's all the featured figures in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm out, and I've definitely got a lot of other cool videos coming up. But that's it for this video.